Hey y'all, welcome to January's update, the first month of the no buy year. Hold on, sorry, shaky camera. Let's try to get it set. Okay, so first month wrap up. First of all, guess where I am? No points for guessing. That's right. That's where I am today. I will say in my defense, hold on, I want to try it first. In my defense, I have not had a takeaway coffee since, let's see, so 4 days. I was working from home, so it's easier to resist when I'm working from home because I'm busy and I drink stuff that I have at home. But every few days, I do have to indulge, and I'm on my way to run some errands, and I, of course, had to pick it up. I will say, too, that, I go a lot when this was a free drink because I got enough points to get a free drink. So how does that mean my no-buy month went? I would say it went pretty well. So let me get my notes here before I get too into it. First of all, my savings amount update towards my travel fund. I saved $230 in money into my account. That is not as good as I'd hoped. I think, as usual, some stuff popped up that I wasn't expecting. And I was sick, so I bought some medications to help with that. Those aren't super expensive, but that's the first thing that just has popped into my head. I had to go and get some stuff to help alleviate my symptoms. I'm better now. Appreciate you all for wishing me well when I was sick, and also sharing that you guys all had this cough forever. I think mine's pretty much gone, thank goodness, after a couple of weeks. Oh wait, I'm about to have a cough. Yeah. $230 I saved, and like I said, I was hoping it would be a little bit more. For the no-buy part of it, I have had some good days. I have learned that I am okay with not shopping too much. I don't buy a lot of stuff. Let me move the camera just a little bit here. I'm gonna move to a better position. It's easier to hold it. I have learned that I'm okay with not shopping too much. I went to buy a few household items and was able to, I looked at, say, like I mentioned, I could use a new purse, and I found one that was quite nice, but it was $40. And so I was like, I'd rather see if I can find one. Thrifting one first, and I will go back and get it if I really need it and if it's still there. So that kind of thing. I didn't have a lot of trouble with the no shopping because most of the time I'm okay with not buying stuff, clothes and physical items. But where I definitely have learned that's just what I do, is I like to grab my coffees. I like to go to fast food. I think I'm still probably having the same amount of fast food going out to grab something quick that I was doing before. I've tried to cut back and be more cautious about doing it, but honestly, I don't think, I haven't written it down, but I think I'm probably eating the same amount and having the same as I was having at the end of the year. So I think we just have to be honest, and that's where I'm going to spend money. And I can try and cut a little bit to help my savings goals, but it just may not happen. It may not work. I don't have the willpower for that. So that's that. Okay, so I will also mention, I felt bad because I didn't disclose in my video where we took the day trip to the postcard show and the beach, and I said I had a budget for spending, but then we went out to lunch, and I did not pay for my lunch. My boyfriend did pay for my lunch. He takes me out probably at least every other weekend for a meal, and sometimes it's every weekend we're doing stuff, so he will buy a meal for me. And so am I cheating on that no buy with having him buy food for me? I mean, maybe. I'll let you all be the judge of that, but I like to eat out, and he pays for it. I promise you all, I am not making him buy me food every day. I buy my own food the rest of the time because he has his own goals he needs to be reaching, and he wants to be reaching. So he should not be taking on the burden of buying me food all the time to help boost my goals, in detriment to his goals. So we do that, like I said, probably about once a week, but definitely at least every other week we go out for a sit down proper meal and then he treats me. So I'll just let you guys know that I didn't pay for that meal that we went to in Ormond Beach, and I appreciate him buying that for me and letting me choose the restaurant, because he generally lets me choose because I have opinions and I want to eat at certain places, and he lets me kind of choose those most of the time. So like I said, no buy was moderately successful. I think I can do better, and I am going to try in February to do even better. The other thing is I did have a really awesome eBay sale this month. It wasn't like I had amazing sales all month, but I actually sold one individual item for over $100. I don't think I've ever done that in the 2 years that I've been selling stuff on eBay, and it was something I paid $5 for. So I really lucked out. The person told me it was $5, and I thought, oh, it's probably worth way more than that, but I did not realize it would sell for over $100, and it didn't take too long to sell. So that was a huge boost. Most of that money I did put into the savings account, but I did take a little bit of it and put it back into the budget to buy new things to then sell for more. So to sell the next thing. And so I did go back to yard sales this weekend, and I haven't been in a while, and I haven't been doing it as much as I was before because it's exhausting to do it, as I've said before, to do it every weekend and basically work 7 days a week, and weekends are dedicated to trying to resell stuff and make extra money on top of my salary. So I did go back, and we had fun, and I was happy to find, I found like 5 items that I think will bring me some money this next month. Hopefully they'll sell pretty quickly. That's what I'm focusing on, is things that will sell pretty quickly and make me a little bit more money than I have been making, so that I can increase that savings. And I think I was successful on my recent purchases. I think they will be good. So now I'll just work on them, get them up, and hope that someone wants to buy them. The other thing is I actually picked up something for personal use. Again, I'm not supposed to be buying things, but this is something I've been looking for a while. And I dug it out of somebody's old box, so he only wanted $2. $2 for this really old Kindle. So yeah, this is a much older model, and obviously not really worth much more than $2, I don't think. But I've been looking for a reader for a while. You all know I love to read so much. And I had a Kindle Fire previously. It kind of died. And I'd been saying I'd rather have one of the readers anyway. And this isn't really a high-end one. There's some really nice ones that I would love to have one day, with the backlight and that you can write on. They're like tablets essentially, and they're like notebooks, and they're amazing. I would absolutely love to have that one day, but that is not a priority for me for my money, as you all know. But I found that one, and that's really awesome because my library has great ebooks, and I can use that. If it works well enough, I have to test it well to see how well it holds the charge and works. So if it works well enough, it might even be great for traveling with, so I don't have to carry books. Though I like reading actual physical books. There's something about it I really enjoy. So I will still go to the library and grab books. And that reminds me that, so this one that I picked up last month and I showed you all from the library, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Lord. I read this, and I would say I'd give it a good but not great. It was an interesting book. I enjoyed some of the characters. Characters are really important to me in mystery, actually in all books, but characters are important to me in my books, and I need to like sort of the cast of characters. And I liked them okay, but they weren't really amazing. I didn't love them the way the books I really, really like have a cast of characters that I just absolutely love. And all the other elements, the mystery, sort of the tone of the book were fine, but they weren't incredible. So I'm not going to recommend anyone pick this book up. But if it sounds interesting to you, you know, give it a try. It was a quick read for me, actually. It only took me, got it when I was sick, or I'd got it right before I got sick, and I read it while I was sick, and with not being able to focus, it only took me a couple of weeks to get through it, which is pretty good when I can't read for extended periods of time. So yeah, check it out if you have it at your library. Maybe you'll really like it. I saw some people rated it pretty highly, and some people were like me and didn't love it as much. But it did remind me that of one of my favorite books, and Only to Deceive by Tasha Alexander. And it's in the first in the Lady Emily mysteries. The Lady Emily mysteries have been going on. I think that first book came out in 2005. So that would have been around the time that I was just starting. And probably this book contributed to it too. My origin of becoming such a huge Anglophile. I remember reading that book, and a lot of it is set around the British Museum and antiquities. And I probably had not really heard of the British Museum before. If I had this book, though, it made me really want to go and see it, and started to build into that. I was very interested in London and going to the UK probably before that, but I got really into it, and that book was absolutely fantastic. I can remember just I could not put it down, and I think I read it over within a 24-hour period. I just sat in my room and read it. I probably should do a reread of that actually now, because it's been a long time. I've reread it before, and I probably should do one again because it's just so good, and I want to make sure, does it still hold up, and do I still love it? I bet I will, but that one is one I definitely recommend if you want like a historical mystery. It's probably my favorite ever. It's one of my favorite books of all time. So, as usual, I'm going on and on again, but I do have notes, so we're gonna get back on track. So on top of the $230 I saved, so that's the most important thing, but I always tell you guys that I have rewards points. I'm up to $74 in rewards points, which I think is about $2 more than I had the last time. So I used my credit card a little bit and added some more points to that. I did start looking at flights, and that will cover a little bit of a flight. And I think I've started working on my itinerary, and I think I might fly to Dublin because the flights look pretty good for that. And then I could take the ferry over to get to Glasgow. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for my trip. It's a long way away, but I'm already working on that itinerary, and I'm already thinking about how much flights are going to cost, what flights I would do, but I think I'd really like to fly to Dublin. And I will go visit some of Ireland too first before I go on to Glasgow, but I am thinking start with Ireland, and I'm pretty excited to do that. Again, if anyone has any recommendations, I have some ideas for tours that I want to do because I don't drive when I'm over there. But if you have any thoughts on when I go to Dublin, where should I stay and where should I eat? Very important. Oh, I bet they have afternoon tea in Dublin, don't they? If you've been to afternoon tea in Dublin, please let me know where you went and if it was good. Do you recommend it? I would love to hear that. I think that's it for today. More than enough, but I appreciate you being here and all supporting me on this no-buy year, and I'm still doing it. We're still doing our best, and we're going to save that money and get back to Britain. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye.